Robert Tonyan was tight end number 3, 52 receptions, 59 targets, 586 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Guys, your thoughts on Bobby Tonyan?
This guy was falling back to earth, whether Rodgers is coming back or not. The efficiencies, right? 56 of 59, 11 touchdowns. Like, this guy was in the right place at the right time all season long.
Cinderella,
and he was able to make the most of it. He is falling back down to earth. He is a guy that I'm actively avoiding in all types of different drafts. I'm a big proponent of waiting on tight end unless there's such a premium that I have to pay attention to it. Other than that, I can sit back and wait. I can wait and go Gerald Everett. I think he's a guy who's not getting enough run out there in Seattle. I can, pick up a Tyler Higbee. That the Rams offense is going to change now that Cam Akers is down. So I can see Higbee more involved in the passing game as the Rams try and generate offense with Matt Stafford. Blake Jarwin, Adam Troutman, if you're waiting late and you want to take a flyer on tight ends. So it's not against Bobby Tonyan. He did absolutely everything possible and had a Cinderella home run year last year, but don't expect it to repeat. Like, don't draft him in the top 10 of tight ends. Like, the chances of him finishing in the top 10 this season are actually like astronomically small because of what his efficiency ratings were in 2020.
So I was one of the fortunate souls that managed to play the tight end position almost perfectly when it came from a streaming perspective, right? I drafted in our home league. I drafted Jonnu Smith. I think that was in the 14th or 15th round, and I was sitting right next to Kevin when I did that, and I go, well, I'm hoping that this one pans out the way I think it did, and it did for the first part of the season while AJ Brown was out. But you saw him return to earth once the return of AJB happened, and then managed to pivot right to Robert Tonyan right at the right time. So, I ended up riding a top 3, top 4 tight end during those entire weeks there. But that story and that anecdote just kind of goes to prove that this position is one that you can wait on, and you can take people late and you can stream the position and all of that. So much so to the point I've managed to do that 2 years in a row, having Darren Waller in the 2019, picking him up super late, and then doing the Jonnu to Robert Tonyan type of move there. And because of that, Robert Tonyan is a guy that's not going to be on my roster for a lot of the same things you guys just said, where he's not going to be available to me in the 12th, 13th, 14th round, where I'm going to look at starting to try and get my first tight end to put on my squad. I'm going to be taking some of those guys, like Kevin already mentioned. Gerald Everett's going to be a guy that I think is going to ball out in Seattle. Adam Troutman, I've got incredibly high this year. Same thing with Blake Jarwin. I think had he been healthy, he would have been a guy that we were touting as, right now, saying that was the late guy that broke out, and